Many individuals and families are dealing with job loss or a cut in pay during COVID-19. Many say that making and using a spending plan helps them feel as if they're in charge of their money and lowers their stress. Hello, I'm Katie Gellings from the University of Wisconsin-Madison Division of Extension. On today's UW Mindful Money Moment, I'm going to talk about creating a spending plan. A spending plan or a budget is a written guide to how you will spend your money each month. It shows you how much money comes in and how much can go out. It's a good idea to plan your spending every month, but especially when you have a drop in income. Putting together and following a budget can feel overwhelming, particularly if you have never looked at your finances before or if you have little to no money coming in. A monthly budget can help you stretch dollars, work towards financial goals, become aware of spending habits, and set aside a little money each month as savings or for emergencies. Once you have put your financial situation down on paper, the monthly upkeep can easily fit into your routines. Start by gathering your bills and if you have any paycheck stubs. Use a monthly cash flow worksheet or a spreadsheet to list all of your expenses. Expenses are all the things you spend money on. Be sure to include everything. Writing down our expenses can help us realize we are spending more money than we thought on a certain item or category. Forgetting to list an expense will throw your budget off because it will not reflect a true picture of how you are spending your money. It's often easier if we categorize our expenses for the month. You can use the groupings that are shown here on the screen, such as housing and utilities, food, transportation, medical and dental, clothing and personal care, education and recreation, contributions and gifts, childcare, credit payments, and other expenses. For example, groceries would fit in the food category. If I purchase groceries each week and it costs me $100 each time I check out at the grocery store, then I need to write $400 in my grocery expense for the month. There are three categories of expenses to include when making a budget: fixed, variable, and occasional. Fixed expenses stay the same from each month. Examples include rent or car payments. On the other hand, variable expenses change from one month to the next. An example would be groceries or gas. One thing that can quickly ruin your budget is forgetting to include expenses that don't occur each month. Those expenses are called occasional expenses. Some big expenses like property taxes and insurance payments might only come up once or twice a year. To ensure you have enough money to meet those occasional expenses when they happen, figure out a monthly average for each expense and set aside money in a special savings account each month. Next, write down how much money you make for your income. Your income includes your paychecks, tips, and any other money you get, like child support or money from any assistance programs. Then add up your income for the month and list it as your total income. The last step is to subtract your expenses from your income. Ideally, this number will be more than zero, but in real life, it doesn't always work out that way. If it is less than zero, you are spending more money than you are making. But don't panic. You can start to think about ways to bring your income and expenses closer together. Maybe you have some ideas to reduce your expenses, increase your income, or do both. Take a look at your budget to see what expenses you can safely put off or what you may be able to spend a little less on. Use any money you can free up to pay bills or save. Use this month's budget information to help you plan next month's budget. Even if your budget doesn't balance, at least you know exactly what your situation is so there are less surprises. Check out our Extension Tough Times website for more information on creating a budget and financial resources related to COVID-19. And please join us next time for another UW Mindful Money Moment.